What's up, guys? This is Cal back in the dog pound. Thanks for tuning in. What do y'all think about those guys? I might tell you about that some other time, or I might not. This might be the last video I ever make. But while we're here, I want to walk you through a back workout. We're going to be doing some shrugs, some pull downs, some rows, some pull ups, and maybe some other stuff. Let's get into it. All right, so if you're an old coot like me, or if you're a young coot, you need to do your stretches. So I'll demonstrate what I do for stretches before I get into my back workout. First, might have to take my shirt off, so avert your gaze if you're squeamish. Otherwise, let's do it. So for these, I just wrap my band around an upright. I back up several feet to get a good stretch, and then very simple. As you can see, just pulling with the rear delts, you're going to get your back nice and loosened up. It's also great for shoulder health. It gets you ready for this next movement that we're going to be doing. Hey, how are y'all? Got some neighbors walking their newborn. The joys of owning a home gym in April in Georgia. I've got the garage door open. Birds are singing, dogs barking, cats running around here somewhere. It's a beautiful day, and a beautiful day to get in a back workout. So we're going to start with a barbell row. That's a very standard movement. You've seen a lot of guys do it. It's a staple of a lot of routines. I really just focus on a few things. Number one, I try to stay as upright as possible. That's going to help protect my lower back. Number two, I keep a slight bend in the knee. That's going to also support my back. And it's also going to allow my lats to do most of the work, hopefully. I focus also on the stretch at the bottom of the movement and retracting the shoulders at the top to get that nice contraction throughout the back. So I will do 3 to 4 sets of these, progressively adding a little bit more weight. But again, I never go too heavy on these. It's not worth the injury risk. So I'm focusing on slow repetitions, controlling the movement, getting that nice contraction at the top, and then slowly lowering the weight back to the mat. I do about 3 sets, 4 sets, 10 to 12 repetitions before moving on to my next one. So my next exercise, actually my next 2 exercises, is going to be a lat pull down with a rope and supersetted with some face pulls. As you can see, I can move through these really quickly. I try to use this as somewhat of a cardio exercise as well, to go pretty fast paced to get the blood pumping. It's not a particularly taxing movement, and that's why I can incorporate both of them together. As with most of my movements, I'm trying to emphasize the stretch. So as you can see, I'm back pretty far away from the post, and again, pulling down straight all the way through. I try to stretch as much as I can at the end of the motion, and then slowly raise it back up. And then for the face pulls, again, quite a few feet from the post, and I'm pulling slowly, always focused on controlling the weight, emphasizing the contraction at the end of the movement, and slowly back. So you're getting constant tension throughout both of these movements. This is a great exercise to move us into the next one. All right, time for the 4th movement of the day in this back routine. That's going to be a pull-up. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with pull-ups going back to childhood, when we had to do them in front of the girls in PE class for the presidential fitness test, and didn't really perform well then. I really still don't perform very well with them now, 30-something years later. But here I am, still trying to do pull-ups because it's a great movement. One of the cool things about pull-ups for me is it's a good gauge of where I am strength-wise. I know if I can do 10, that's really about my max. And another cool thing about pull-ups is you can make it a little bit easier with some banded pull-ups, some band-assisted pull-ups. And that's just what you see here. You put a strong band, loop it around the top of your rack, your pull-up bar, and then place your feet at the bottom of that. That's going to give you a little bit of extra assistance. And I use this usually on my 2nd or 3rd set, just to rep out as many as I can. So I'm going to throw in some shoulder presses here. I don't typically do these on my back workout, but I was feeling pretty good and I thought I'd throw in a few shoulder presses. I like to fit this in sometimes, maybe a little bit of overkill in this particular case, but I think it's a good exercise to work in if you have the time and the energy. And it sets up nicely for our final exercise, which is going to be shrugs. All right, guys, we finally made it. Last movement of the day is going to be a trap bar shrug. Very simple movement, just got to be careful setting it up, particularly if you have lower back injury. Make sure your feet are in place, lift it slowly off the ground. You can go heavy on these. A lot of people will use wrist straps, that's fine. The cool thing about this, if you don't have a trap bar, you can use plates. Just use your 45-pound plates or 25-pound plates, depending on your strength. It's a very simple movement. You just want to simply raise your shoulders up to your ear and slowly back down. Do as many reps as you can. And that's it, guys. That's the back workout for the day. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you sticking with me. If I make another video, you'll be the first to know. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you next time.